Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about reading from the book The Shamanic Secret Commandment to a Perfect Life, the missing ingredient to the secret. So this is part 2 of that book, and before we begin, I have a bunch of things to offer, so you can check out my services and things like that. I am a Vedic astrologer, so I do astrology readings, I do, rune readings, I teach astrology courses, so if you want to become a certified Vedic astrologer, you can check that out. I also teach people how to have their own career, like a career that they actually want, and that service is based on this book, actually, so it's a very good service to get. If you're confused about what your career is supposed to be or things like that, I highly recommend getting a career consultation with me in addition to picking up this book that I'm about to read. Alright, so yeah, that's about all my services, so let's jump into it. Alrighty, well, let's see here. So we left off last time on how to determine your deepest desires. Some of you reading this book may already know what your deepest desires are. Some of you may think you know what your deepest desires are. And some of you may be confused about what you really want. So, before we go any further, I will teach you a very easy and powerful method to discover what your deepest desires in life are. In one of my first books, Wealth Shaman, I teach a shamanic meditation to determine your deepest desires. For those wishing to learn a more shamanic approach to this technique, I recommend you get the book and follow the exercises in that book. It's called Wealth Shaman by Michael William Denney. But for now, I will teach you an extremely simple, but no less powerful method to instantly determine your deepest desires. It starts with pretending. Pretending means that you forget the rules of reality and allow yourself to fantasize just like little kids do. For this part of the technique, we are going to pretend that there are no rules and that anything can happen. So, take a deep breath and say to yourself, let's play pretend. Okay, so now you're playing pretend, and anything is possible. In your pretend world, anyone can do anything they want, and anyone can do anything they want and be anything they want. You do not have to worry about money. You do not have to worry about work. You don't have to work for a living. The universe instantly provides you with anything you want at any time. So, in your pretend world, where you can be and do anything you want to do, and where you want to have, so in your pretend world, where you can be and do anything you want, where you don't have to work, and you don't need any money, what would you do? Remember, we're playing a pretend game here. We're playing pretend here. So if you want to be a superhero, you can do that. So don't limit yourself. No matter how unrealistic or unachievable your fantasy feels, allow yourself to go there. Now, take a look at your fantasy. What are you doing in your fantasy world? Well, whatever you're doing in your fantasy is what you're meant to do in the real world. Again, for some people, this may sound unrealistic, but whatever fantasy gives you the greatest joy is what you are meant to do. It is the commandment the universe has given you. And if you follow that commandment, all of infinity will serve you. Now that you know what it is, your job is to take action to make that fantasy a reality. Here is where many people get stuck. They can indulge in the fantasy, but when it comes to acting, when it comes to taking action to achieve it, they compromise. The one aspect from our fantasy that we must bring back into reality is that the universe wants to provide us with everything we need to fulfill our fantasy life. But in order for that to happen, we have to believe that the universe will help us. In order for anything to come to us, we first have to take action to achieve it. For many, they stop short here. They may not believe that the universe will help them achieve what they want. In order to take action, they need some kind of proof that the universe wants to help them achieve their fantasies. This is why so many people want to win the lottery. They believe that if they have a ton of money if they get a ton of money dropped in their lap, then they can take action on their dreams. But this is not how the universe works when it comes to manifesting our desires. I hear this all the time in my counseling work when I help a person discover their soul desire and encourage them to take action to fulfill it. They often tell me, well, I can't take action yet. I need to make more money first. This is how people stay stuck and never move forward. This is because the feeling that you need to make more money before you can take action towards your dream comes from a place of insecurity. It means that you don't believe in the universe. It means that you don't believe that the universe will provide you with the resources necessary to fulfill your dreams. So, while you're waiting to make more money or win the lottery, the universe is waiting for you to take action. The universe has all the money and resources necessary for your soul desire and is impatiently waiting to give it to you. But you need to take action first. Taking action is how you give the universe permission to provide you with what you need. If you are waiting for money before you take action, that's like saying to the universe, wait, I'm not ready yet. And the universe withholds resources from you because you're giving it the message that you don't want the resources yet. The universe honors your fantasies, but only responds to action. Taking action is how you show the universe that you're serious and that you trust the universe will provide for you. You can be as scared as you want. You can be full of disbelief as long as you take direct action. The universe responds to your action more than your feelings. So take action. Remember, that the universe is here to serve you. The universe is here to serve us, not the other way around. The infinite universe is waiting for you to take action toward what you want. Then it responds by supplying the necessary resources to fulfill that desire. It is a universal shamanic rule that in order to allow the universe to release the resources necessary to achieve our fantasies, we first have to take action toward them. The shamanic understanding is exactly like our pretend world. Everything you need will be given to you once you surrender to your dreams. Believe that the universe will support you in manifesting your deepest desires, and you take action to create them. Let me give you another example. Let's say your dream is to become a champion bodybuilder. Waiting for the universe to make you rich before you take action on your dream is like sitting at home and saying, I want to be the next world champion bodybuilder, but I'm going to sit here at home and wait for my muscles to grow, and then I'll know it's time to go to the gym and work out. That's ridiculous, right? You don't have to wait to get in shape. Your body is ready to build muscle right now. But it can't do so until you get off your butt and go to the gym. Your muscles will respond to the respond the moment you start pushing the weight, and not a moment before. Once you take action and go to the gym and start lifting those weights, then your body immediately starts taking protein from your body and your food and begins building muscle. And every day that you go to the gym while you sleep, your body is actively building muscle for you, taking the nutrients it needs for that day to create your new muscular physique. This is how the universe provides for you when you take action on your soul desire. You will get what you need for that day. The more action you take, the more resources you will be given. This is how the universe works to help you create your perfect life. When your deepest desires are silly. Let me check the time, guys. Alright, we're good. Alright, next chapter. When your deepest desires are silly. When working with clients to help them find their soul desire, oftentimes after they have imagined their fantasy reality, they may say, I can't do that, that's silly. Many of us have been indoctrinated to believe that whatever it is we are supposed to do with our lives must be practical and important and valuable to society, etc. And if we enjoy something, it is probably a selfish waste of time. I remember meeting a man, let's say his name is Fred, who was struggling with his realty business. I was working a part-time job with him. We both needed extra money. While working side by side with him, I listened to him complain for hours about how he had to find ways to make more money because he had to keep his 2-story house. The housing market was a bust and he had all these bills, etc., etc. After asking him a few questions, I came to learn that he had become a realtor because his father was a successful realtor, and he was trying at age 49 to gain his dad's approval by being a successful realtor like his dad. He complained about how many hours he spent showing properties and making no sales. Hours and hours of taxes this and government that at the housing markets. Slow down, blah blah blah. So I asked him if he didn't have to worry about money and having to work his job, what would he do? What do you mean? He said. What is your favorite hobby? I asked. He told me that he enjoyed taking long-distance bicycle rides. I asked him, what would be a good way to turn that into a business? He said, it would be fun to live in the mountains and organize long-distance bike rides for people or groups or groups of people. Well, there you go, I exclaimed. Now you know what you should be doing for a living. Oh no, I can't do that. I have to get myself out of debt. Then I heard the voice of his father come through. I can't just waste my time in frivolous hobbies. I have to work a real job. I have to make repairs on this house. He lived alone in a 2-story, 4-bedroom house in the suburbs. I'm too lazy. I need to get my life together. I need to invest in my savings for my retirement. Why don't you just sell the house, take a loss, move to a little cabin in the mountains, and begin advertising bike packages for tourists? People would eat it up. No, you don't understand. I can't just leave this job. I have responsibilities. And he went on and on again. So, I gave up trying to talk him out of his misery. The thing is, Fred was miserable. He was horrible at his job because he hated doing it. He resented his father, yet was trying so hard to please him. It's easy for me to see what he really wants to do. But until he's ready to live for himself, there is nothing anyone else can say to Fred. But listening to Fred complain about his life really woke me up once again to realize that I only have this one life in this body, and wasting time trying to please other people is, well, a complete waste of time. The real reason Fred was a failure as a realtor wasn't because he was bad at it. It's because selling houses wasn't really what he wanted to do. Fred wanted to spend his life riding bicycles. Fred grew up with a critical father who downplayed his dream of being a bicycle racer, and now, even at age 49, Fred was not able to get his life together and be the responsible person his father always wanted him to be. He was still stuck in the past, hoping his aging father would suddenly praise him and accept him as a good boy. I'm not trying to make light of Fred's problem. I understand what he's going through. I remember the last thing I said to Fred about this issue. You know, when this life is over, you're not going to look back at how much money you made or how responsible you were. You're going to ask yourself if you enjoyed your life. Alright, next chapter. We're still good on time. Alright, next chapter. Taking action on the secret commandment. Okay, so now you most likely have an idea of what your deepest desire is. Hopefully, you have made a commitment to fulfilling that desire. But taking action on it may seem daunting. Once again, I want to emphasize that even if you don't think you have the resources to take action on your desires, that is exactly what you have to do in order to reap the benefits of the secret commandment. The universe is made up of energy. Money is an arbitrary human invention. Energy is potential, not literal. For example, there is enough potential energy in the nucleus of an atom to destroy the world. But in order to activate the energy, we have to unlock its potential. You are surrounded by unlimited amounts of potential energy and resources. We just have to activate that potential. Action activates potential. This is why the universe doesn't know from money. It only knows about energy and resources. Until you take action to fulfill your desire, the universe does not see the need to release the potential, resources to fulfill your desire. Thinking about living your dream and taking action to make your dream come true are two different things. So waiting around for money to appear is a waste of time. Take action towards your dream, and the resources you need, which may not be money, will appear. Actually, it is your own subconscious mind that releases energy to create your dream. But your subconscious needs to know you are serious about your desires. The only way to notify your subconscious to manifest your desires is when you take action. When you take action that you cannot take back, that is seen by your subconscious mind as a command to create your dream. Imagine your boss wants you to take a business trip. The trip will be paid for by your employer, but first you need to get the itinerary to your boss before he can sign off on the trip expenses. Imagine that he says, once you get to the airport and buy your ticket, text me the airline and flight number, and I'll deposit the funds into your bank account. If you do not buy the ticket, your boss cannot reimburse you. That is similar to how the universe works when it comes to fulfilling your desires. Once you take direct and real action to fulfill your desire, the universe takes notice and releases any energy and resources needed to support and manifest your desires. The more bold the action, the more likely you are to get a strong reaction from the universe to support your dream. In the previous example, I suggested to Fred that he sell his house for a loss and move to the mountains. That would have been a very clear sign to the universe that Fred was serious about living his dream. Because once he sold the house, he would not be able to turn back. So you need to take actions that irreversibly commit you to your dreams. How many times have you heard stories of people taking risks to live their dream? Someone moves to New York and and to become a dancer or a stage actor. They arrive with no money, not knowing how they will survive. Yet somehow, circumstances magically line up to help them survive and reach their goals. So, once again, it's important that we realize that we don't have to win the lottery before we can take action to live our dreams. Taking risks is the proof that we trust the universe to support us. Realizing that the universe is not only supportive of our dreams, but needs our dreams, like we need food, water, and air. Living our dreams is what gives life to the universe. Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick break. We'll come back with the chapter, Creating Your Perfect Life. Actually, I think that's a good place to stop it. We are at like 25 minutes, 26 minutes in. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, and we will come back in the next video, part 3, with, I think it's part 3 or something like that. Anyway, we'll come back in the next one with Creating Your Perfect Life, the chapter. So anyway guys, appreciate you guys watching, and man, these are so good. These are great books, and if you actually take action on, to actually live your soul desire, man, if you can do that, take that bold action, your life will improve. So it's just making me see how I can take action in my own life, and it's really good. So anyway guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there, and we will see you guys in the next one. So if you're interested in anything that you want, any of my services up here, I would greatly appreciate your patronage and your support, because this is what helps keep the channel alive. I don't ask for donations. I will never ask for donations. However, if you can purchase any of these services, that will help keep this channel going and support my dream of becoming a YouTuber. So thanks guys, I appreciate you, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.